Survival crops to grow now. Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. We're in spring. For a lot of people, we're already in that planting window, or will be so shortly. So what kinds of things should you be planting in your garden to ensure your survival? Well, it depends. That's always the answer. I mean, people out there that tell you do this, 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 and this, and you'll be good, are full of it. They're full of crap, because you may live in northern Michigan and you're not going to be able to grow the same things that somebody in Southern California is going to grow, or Florida, or Washington State, or North Dakota, right? Understand. But these are some ideas of foods that I would recommend. If check into them, learn about them. If you're already into gardening, you probably already know this stuff. But planting nutrient-dense foods, growing them, consuming them, storing them for later use is a very important part of preparedness. It's a vital part. Self-reliance, the whole homesteading thing, right? Homesteaders and preppers should be like super connected. And one should each of them should strive to be like the other also in some ways. So yeah, self-reliance. The on-demand supply system we know is fragile. So what do we have to have? We have to have food, we have to have water, we have to have air. Shelter, you could say, throw in there also. But, you know, shelter is a little bit easier, that if you make something, it'll last a little bit longer. Food, you consume it, it's gone. So anyway, we know about inflation going on. We've heard about the fertilizer shortages, food shortages, egg shortages, all these different things, droughts, all the chemicals in our foods, GMOs, all this stuff. Grow your own, and you'll have a much higher quality product. A lot more of the micronutrients, the minerals, and the vitamins in it, and it will taste better. It'll probably look better. Well, it may not look better, because, you know, they've perfected that whole looks thing, but that doesn't mean it's more nutritious. So grow your own food. But anyway, so one thing I want to talk about was, the first off, sunchokes, Jerusalem artichokes. If you've watched this channel for any period of time, here or on Patreon, link for Patreon in the description below, by the way. We talk about a lot of stuff that we can't talk about here. Because here I have to speak in parables, and I have to make sure that it's PC. Over on Patreon, I don't have to be PC. So, and I don't have to watch my words. I can actually speak my mind and give information. And this channel is supported by our viewers. You guys, especially the patrons. So if you want to become a patron, be part of Team AP, support the channel, please join us. $1 a month. Well worth it. But I've talked about Jerusalem artichokes a lot. They're a tuber that grows on a plant that looks kind of like a sunflower. It's probably where they came with sunchokes. It is not native to Jerusalem or anything. It's native to North America, and it's not an artichoke. So I don't know exactly. Some people say it has kind of like an artichoke-y flavor. It's a tuber, like a potato, though. Low in the glycemic index, high in protein, invasive species, very easy to grow, drought resistant, all this stuff. It grows mass quantities. I put them in a raised bed because they're invasive. I don't want them taking over my whole garden area. But what I did do is I do have a guerrilla garden area along the road on the edge of our property that I'll just let them take over. So I just planted, probably another 40 or 50 of them out there along the road, where there were already a whole bunch that grew from last year. And I'm just going to let them take over that area. So ease of maintenance is important for a survival garden, for growing foods that will allow you to survive. No maintenance over there at all. Just let it go. You don't even have to trim the stalks. Just let them go year after year after year. Let them multiply. Let them keep multiplying. If you want to harvest them and use them, great, do it. If not, just let them go. Let them take over the area, because every year they'll grow more and more and more, and you'll have that food right there in the ground, food storage, waiting for you. Potatoes. The other tuber. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, you know, I've tried sweet potatoes here, and like I said, in different environments, different things grow. I did not have very good luck with sweet potatoes. I grew some small sweet potatoes, but not like you can in the South and in warmer climates. So we predominantly grow russets, but we also have with the Yukon Golds. We also have some of those black potatoes. We also have the red potatoes. We grow a lot of different varieties of potatoes because we love potatoes and they're really high in calories and they're good for you. And I love potatoes. Beans. Beans grow almost anywhere. You get a lot of food for what you grow. Peas also. I'd throw peas in that same kind of category because peas and beans here, there were days last summer and the summer before when they're getting ready to harvest, where we were out there harvesting anywhere from 2 to 5 pounds of beans and the same amount of peas every single day for weeks on end. Literally, that's how much we were producing. And that was the peas were in 1 raised bed, and the beans were in 2 raised beds. So it grows a lot of food. Squash. Everybody knows, right? Garden season, once it starts getting that squash harvest season, when zucchini starts getting ripe, how you can't give away zucchini because it's everywhere. It's a great food though, even if you don't really necessarily like it. Grow it and get to like it. Change your diet. Whole, healthy, natural foods are better for you anyway. And homegrown zucchini does not taste like store-grown zucchini, store-bought. Mine tastes way better. Scallop, yellow, butternut squash, pumpkins, acorns, spaghetti squash, all those. And what I really like about those harder squashes, the pumpkins, the acorn squashes, the butternut squashes, all those kind of things, is seeds. Seeds. You can roast them, you can eat them, you can sprout them, you can eat them. You can, I dry them out and I save them for planting next year. It's free seeds. And you get to eat the product. Instead of don't ever buy pumpkin seeds from those little seed packs or butternut squash seeds. Buy yourself butternut squash or pumpkin, eat it, dry out the seeds, save them for next year and plant them. Way less expensive, and they're not GMO'd necessarily. To what I mean, some of them are modified to give different varieties, but they'll still grow. I do it every year, so do that. Cassava. This is one I haven't grown yet. I may look into growing it, but it grows on a bush. It's roots. It has tubers. It's nutty flavor, calorically dense, vitamin C, thiamine, riboflavin, prepared like a potato, and the leaves have 25% protein. Awesome. Throw that in some green smoothies and stuff, or in your salad, or in your stir fry, or something like that. Awesome. The thing is, my main emphasis is to grow things that don't require a ton of maintenance. If you want to go that route also, that's why berries are really good. You see behind me there? Those are some strawberry starts that we got last year. They grew a couple strawberries last year, but those things are the kind, the June bearing, that send out runners. So pretty soon, those are going to start trying to take over everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to trim them off. And this area over there, you see that green area over there? I may just plant a bunch over there and just let them go. Let them take over that area and just kind of trim them along the pathway where we walk, or just walk over them. And then they wouldn't be, we just keep them down that way. I don't know. But I love that because if you saw my raised bed over there, I had 4 plants, 4 June-bearing strawberries at the end, and a little box about, I don't know, it was about yay big on the end of one of my beds. I have since allowed them to take over the entire 4 by 10-foot bed, and they're going to all send out runners this year with no maintenance. They grow all year long. You don't have to replant them. Same with blueberries, huckleberries, raspberries, blackberries. As you see, blackberries. Everywhere you look on my property, there's blackberries. Bane of my existence. I hate blackberries. I wish I could get rid of 90% of my blackberries because the amount left over, even if I only had 10%, we still couldn't eat all those blackberries. We freeze them. I've tried to dehydrate them. Doesn't work. Maybe you could freeze dry them. I don't know. I have a buddy with a freeze dryer. I think his pump is still out. He's working on it with his Harvest Right ones. But berry plants, yes, they grow back year after year, and you don't have to do a lot of maintenance. So that's a low maintenance item that's very good for a survival garden. Yeah, just pick things that you like to eat predominantly, but I would suggest just getting used to eating more fruits and vegetables and meats. Just simplify. No boxed food. Canned food, some, fruits, veggies, meats, stuff like that. But try to cut back. I recommend, I'm not telling you what to do, but I think it's a good idea to cut back on processed foods. Eat foods that are as close to the earth and the way God intended them, and you will be way healthier. You're probably going to save a lot more money, and you'll learn to like it. It doesn't take that long to alter your taste buds. Get away from the pepperoni pizzas and get more into a healthy steak and some potatoes and some corn and some beets and some strawberries and some beans and some peas for dinner. Just my recommendation. I'm not telling you guys what to do. I fully support free will. We all have our free will. And I love you guys. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. I appreciate you guys. And if you're still here in this part of the video, you probably really enjoy my content or just like the look on my face or something. I don't know. But check out our other channel, Haven Ridge Adventures. Links in the description below. Also, Taylor Gibbler Off-Road. Links in the description below. Also, that's our new thing, overlanding. And we got a lot of good stuff going on there. A lot of fun. A lot of different style videos there. A lot more cinematic. Music, shots, angles, editing. Glad I don't have to edit that much on this channel because I would never have the time to put out videos, especially daily, because those videos take me a day or 2 or 3 to edit. I mean, they take a lot of hours that goes into that content. So please, if you like me, for whatever reason, please go over there and subscribe, and please help give the videos view time, because we're trying to build that into a brand so that we can, through overlanding, teach people about bugging out and preparedness. So far, everybody we've met personally that was into overlanding was also preparedness minded. So that's a good thing. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.